And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions, and whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there what they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now it's Watson. The quick slant caught. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we, talking to him and the coaches. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on second down is Smith. That'll be caught right side by Reed. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On first down, this is Geis. And they see right through that defensively, as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Smith. Off to Geis on the screen. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
You guys go 52. Yellow. 15.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Geis, they'll try to run it. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They snap it to Smith. And my goodness, this is incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And this Texans defense stands tall. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Watson firing quickly here, and that's complete. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Come back, come back. Black 22. Black 22.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. That's a staple of this offense, drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Reset.
Now a handoff looking right, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Now Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watson now to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one is right down Broadway. So there you go, partner. How about that?
Oh, that was pretty cool.
That will tie the all-time record set by Matt Prater of the Broncos back in 2013.
And you know, when Prater hit from 64, that was like breaking DiMaggio's streak or breaking the 4-minute mile of Bannister. Tom Dempsey's 63, that was a legendary number. So to top that here, even if it just ties the record, pretty darn awesome.
Now Brown, after the made field goal, gets set for the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They give them a gain of 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith, quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And the Texans say they have it. They do. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff working right. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Down. Flag 22. Flag 22.
And they'll run it here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is indeed good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
12.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Going for the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 52 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
15.
On 1st down, Smith. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Smith, and this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. A shotgun snap for Smith. And this is going to be intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Down.
On first down, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Over the middle, it's complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Watson now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger.
To the air yet again. Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Back to the ground on first, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half, let's do it. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Smith on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
18, yeah. Check 50, check 50. Good list. Orange.
Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Smith now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Black 22! Black 22! Two jet!
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Red! Blue 80! Blue 80!
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. So you had to figure that sooner or later someone was going to top Matt Prater's record of 64, and officially this one will go in the record books at 65.
You saw him lining up for this, and you just thought to yourself, you know, he could make this. And sure enough, to be here to see it, that's pretty darn awesome.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that...
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down. Boom. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down. Boom. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
4 down. Check.
Back to throw. Boom. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And here comes the Texans now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check three. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Hey, you got 4. You got 4 down. 4 down. Watch left. Tight end to the left. Tight end left. Over. Hot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Watch 9.
On 1st and 10, Booth buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Booth. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw. Booth. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And take it right on the 30. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey. Set. Green, 39. Green, 30.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans add on. And he's got it up and through. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
To throw on second down. Boom. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Mike by 4. Watch the run. Watch the run. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the gun on 3rd down. Boom. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 yards there and a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Booth being chased out left. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Redskins on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the gun. Boom. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him. And that is 10 for him now on the year. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Texans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 3rd down, that's Howell. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. There he goes inside the 30. 15 yards. The Texans pick up the first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Lynch, and he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Lynch running the counter. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA